Alright, so next one on our list then. Check out Super Mario Brothers 3. Quite a few here. It's actually, I think, the single longest one. It's all those master runs with the bosses, so they do one for all 8 of the 7 of the group of kids there. And then Boom Boom as well. So we'll start off here with the Mushzoom number 2. It's Super Mushroom. Much like the other 2 Mario ones, there's always one to grab Super Mushroom with the starting run through. Straightforward. Just gotta bounce up there, grab it. This one they just had in last week, so special run through. I actually felt wasn't too bad as a run through altogether. No, I'll probably look at them just as a highlight, but I'm not gonna put in the trying to fix it. Usually I don't unless I look at it and go like, there was a rewind there, he ran into that bad guy there, he totally missed that jump. It's like, I can do that better. This is actually pretty decent. Run through we saw with the champion person was a little bit different because you notice there's a, from the game standpoint, no. I didn't feel the need. I figure with a lot of the other games, you didn't do every single boss. Like, you only fought the one with Kid Icarus. You did kind of do all of them with Metroid, but you skipped Mother Brain, so it's kind of a whole weird toss up. Right, you don't fight Bowser on here either. But yeah, there's a slight delay in the move. This whole part's fine. Right here, there's a slight hiccup from a ideal standpoint because you would want to jump right about this point to hit the block, but you can't until you land. So there's a slight time gap there. Which is where the one that did in the high rank one up actually. Yeah, he did a very particular like that. And then land it. So yeah, it's a very particular timing on it, but I was hoping I could. There you go. Just a slight bit edge there. I'll get the timing down and go bonk and then just immediately jump. It's not that slight cut from the time that you're in midair there, slowing you down. Little things. Alright, so next one, coin collector. Collect all those coins. It's actually not dissimilar from the one they did for Super Mario Brothers. Different layout for the coins, but concept. Yeah, if you can ideally grab as many as possible from the start, then you're not having to waste extra time falling later. Yeah, the key part was being able to get that jump just right so that you were grabbing all of these in one go, so you didn't have any at the lower end to grab over again. Almost get the angle just right and keep it low enough to grab that other one. That would get it a little bit faster, but then you'd be hard pressed to grab the other 2 harder ones if you had too much forward momentum. That'd be about the only spot I could even think to improve it. But I think getting the timing down on the it is. That was at least enough to get the S rank, so it's that element of the proof of concept. You don't have to get it quite as tight, but ideally if you can grab all of them from the bottom row first, you're not sending so it's time to sending, but you definitely don't want to waste any time flapping that raccoon tail. That's not good. But yeah, that is cool that it keys out the background. Alright, on to the next one. Super Leaf in the Wind. This one is kind of tricky too. You lose a lot of momentum. Yeah, you lose a lot of momentum getting up that hill, so that becomes part of the issues. Trying to get rid of those spots that create additional slowdown along the way. You want to jump over the hill to losing extra speed. That's the big part. Jump, jump. And so as long as your momentum is high enough by the time you get to that part, you can actually run slightly up the hill before you make the jump. And that gives you just that bit of extra height that you need to make it on top of the pipe. After that, it's just a matter of making your way forward. You did a slight jump off there to avoid landing on the goofball. Slows you down. Jump, jump. One thing is just to not try to run up the hills, because that's just a lot slower. Alright, next one here. Hammer Bro KO. This was another one of those really batty stages of Goliath. Obviously the way he does it, it's kind of slowly nonchalant once over there. Block. Power up. Done. But yeah, you need a lot tighter time than that to be able to. That's where the tricky part comes in. There's a specific timing as far as when the object shows up, but it always shows up on the opposite half of the screen you're on. So if you try to simply make your way over there from the start, it's not going to be there. It's going to be over there. But if I'm waiting over here, it's over there. So that's the whole trick there, is when you hit him, is to continue momentum to the edge of the screen, then turn around, so that by the time that it pops in, you're still technically on this right half of the screen, just about the point that your momentum carries you to grab it when it pops up and actually catch it midair that way. Makes the time to get that time really tight. That's not an easy thing to do. Yeah, see. It's literally, it's that precise. There's only that 0.03. Yeah, there's 0.03 seconds there difference between our two times, and that's what throws off from the timing. But it took quite a while to get done. Redo like I did there, where I turn around too soon and it pops up on the other side, and that does nothing this time. So, like I said, it's a tricky thing to do, but enough practice and you get the precise timing that you need to get it done there. Ideally, you can try to shoot him with a fireball too, but the problem I find with that is not dissimilar from the other, because I can't get up on that hill fast enough to land the hit with the fireball, and then I'm still stuck with the whole, I need to get to the box on the opposite side of where I'm standing. That's where doing that method is ideal, because then you're already in a movement momentum that heads straight towards the power up as soon as it pops in, rather than trying to chase after it afterwards. But yeah, good luck with that. Next one on our list, half pipe. And the pipe on the other side. Again, try not to do it quite as slowly as he does with the whole running up the hill thing. 30-second grace period. Then it's Mario 3. Yeah, I don't quite get it. Obviously, usually it's like relative. The longer the challenge is, usually the larger the grace period is, the shorter it is, then the less giveaway. Just apparently Mario 3 has a lot of 5-second challenges. Yeah, as long as you run right off that hill, you can almost make a bounce to the next one. Run, jump. Yeah, as soon as he hits the ground here, it's that hill and gets just enough of a running start to bound his way up to the next part. Right up into the pipe. I can't imagine you can jump high enough to reach the pipe. That's the issue. That's where the timing comes in. I don't really have just about enough time to do it. I missed the pipe. There you go. Jump just like he can jump just slightly faster, 0.02 seconds faster. I watched the video and he looked too slow. Gotta get those really lightning reactions in there. But yeah, proof of concept. Oh, Lookie, a Tanooki. Right, gotta get the Tanooki soup. It's in the box. Gotta get the box on them. Like a lot of the challenges, you don't want to stand there and wait for it. That's where the speed part comes in. You're only gonna drop down as fast as anyone else is, but that's the trick. Is that you need to be able to jump on top of the block before it, start bouncing around, so you don't want to wait for it. You don't have time. Yeah, about as soon as you drop from there, hit the ground and start getting your forward momentum going. That way when you bounce off the block, hitting it as far to that left side as you can keep your running momentum going and then immediately just ride that to their max jump height. Just grab it. Yeah, it's not. It's like, oh, that looks easy. It's like, no. Trying to get the momentum to time just the way you need to, and then like I said, hitting the, because yeah, like that, I overshot it. My forward momentum was too much. I couldn't cut back direction. In that case, I didn't have enough forward momentum, so I went height. So like I said, it's not easy. And didn't have enough momentum again. There we go. Still a little slower than his, but it still showed the concept of getting that right time. Takes a bit of practice, but get the general idea. Alright, stage 1 of a kind. We do the full run through here of stage 1-1. You know, your sweet power-ups, travel along. Actually, a lot trickier than expected to be, as far as maintaining kind of forward momentum that you want. His was pretty slow. I get faster than that. You may ask yourself, does it waste time grabbing that? It does. But it's a little bit faster than trying to grab the other one like he was doing there. Ideally you want to not get hit, but getting hit allows me the luxury of being able to run through that other part, which is where we needed the mushroom earlier. Do the fancy trick off the Goomba, I get a little faster, but not that worried about it. A lot of this rest of this is pretty straightforward. You just kind of have to grab the mushroom. Bounce your way across the blocks. Boom, boom. Make your way across instead. Cut between there. For the most part, you could probably make a full jump straight over the block. I think both ways would work. It might get trickier to time the Goombas, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Bound across there. Make your way across this set. Then this part is a little tricky because you want to try to make, once if you can get full throttle jump, then you're able to make decent height right about the time that you pass the green block there. Play with the pink one, the height that you want. You actually probably do it a little bit earlier. You're landing, so you're not having to pull back as hard. But that actually allows you to just do a run jump off that and immediately jump from the next one. Which allows you to land right on top of the pipe. That's where having the mushroom helps. Both of these guys being in the way, there's not a lot you can do through here quickly, which makes trying to clear this part more challenging. But with the extra health, then you're able to just run jump off the pipe afterwards, skip the other piranha plant, and then just continue your run the rest of the way. Short jumping there so you're not running into the pipe, because that'll slow you down, and good to go from there. I thought it went pretty well. Still quite a bit of practice trying to figure out how to get through some of those sections fast enough. That is the other alternative. I don't think it necessarily would be faster, but probably not a lot slower either to try to get it from the Kuba Truba. But yeah, that's exactly what I want you to not do, is wait there on the pipes for the farm plants. Gotta keep going quickly. Alright, next stage here. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Mic check, mic check. Yep, to clear another stage here. Actually, surprisingly large number of Super Mario Bros. 3 stages compared to some of the other ones. Yeah, there's a lot of places that you can get slowed down as far as enemies being immediately in the way and hills and whatnot. Mario the Hedgehog, gotta go fast! So I did that part from the start there. Of course, in this case, you didn't require getting the power up there, so you can basically just skip that, but make sure to run up as best you can up the pipe there. You can get over to this next area, which if you run it best or full speed as you can, you should be able to land right in that Goomba and continue momentum across. That's a nice thing to do there too. Yeah, if you can do a short jump there and do a long jump after that, you can land right in that Goomba and just continue forward momentum, skipping the hill altogether so you're not wasting a lot of extra time trying to bounce your way up. The rest of that is just pretty much jumping over him, jumping over them, bounding your way across there. That was probably the only, yeah, if you can do a, yeah, if you can high jump off the Goomba to overtake the Piranha Plant, you may even be able to reach that block on the other side. But we can give that a try ourselves. I missed the Goomba. Yeah, that's exactly how you wanted to do it. Avoid as much stuttering as you can. Alright, moving right along. Cock-a-boom, boom, boom. That boom, boom, pow. I defeat the boss and get the magic ball. Roll. Key power up that he drops after he gets defeated there. Just 3 hits and he's done. So it's a pretty straightforward boss as far as that sort of thing is concerned, but as always trying to get that S rank times where the trick comes in. I want to be as tight with those jumps as you can. Slight delay here, but there's not much you can do about it. You have to wait for the mal to start. But yeah, that's the... As soon as he pops in, you immediately just make a jump at him and land right on his head midair, and wait for him to land. As soon as you land again, make that jump so that you're already in there when he is from jumping out of his little turtle posture there. Then you do it again. Yeah. And if you can get the timing right on his flashing, which is kind of a tricky thing, but if you can, you catch it right in midair, which allows you to skip the hole, waiting for it to ascend on top of your thing. Yeah, as soon as the stage starts, you immediately jump, land on top of his head. As soon as he goes into a squat position, you jump back up, land on him again. And then I think it's like right about the time that he flashes out. It's a long time to flash. Yeah, he did it like just slightly before or so. But I think you could get away with jumping just a little bit later and still catch it in midair. Yeah, you can't catch it until it's on a downward slope, correct? That's one. No, can't. When it's rocketing up from him, it's still intangible. It doesn't become tangible until it starts descending back down. So that apex is as quick as you're able to grab it. It's important to know. But yeah, someone who's defeated Boom Boom umpteen times in his life was actually probably one of the easier ones to get done. The hardest part was getting the timing down on grabbing that key fast enough, so it be a lot more precise. Alright, we got all the fancy boss battles here, starting with Curtain Call for Larry. Alright! Beat the boss, get the magic wand. All the bosses on this game are, the Koopa Kids anyway, are basically the same. You just bounce on them 3 times and then grab the magic wand as it descends from the ceiling. More precisely you can land on them, the better. They decided to start off by landing on him as quickly as possible by floating his way over to him. You can potentially hit the ground and jump quickly by, I think, trying to aim your landing over to him is the faster method. Yeah, that's the slowest part. It's probably going to be that way consistently across all of the Koopa Kids. If you can time your jump exactly right so that your apex is set at the same time that one is coming down, then that'll shave a couple hundredths of a second from any of the runs. But there's a whole 3, 2, 1 rhythm that you need to get in your head exactly as it. Yeah, most of them are right around that 10-second mark, so that maintains it pretty consistent. So as long as you can get around in there, then you're doing alright. But there's always a rhythm to how they pop out of the shells. So it's just like a boop boop boop, then he's out of a shell, boop boop boop, and he's out of a shell. Probably about midway through his jump curve there before he hits the ground. That's where he ends up popping back out. That apex, then between that height and the floor. Right there. So if you can get your jump time just right to tag him right at that spot, you'll be able to make a little bit faster rather than waiting for him to hit the ground. Kind of like boom. That does require quite a bit of finesse. Yeah. It does require a bit of finesse. Yeah, you like that and miss the wand. Shoot. Noob. Yeah, the shell knockback is tricky. It's nice that I don't get damaged by it, but I'm trying to get the timing down. Okay. Yep, shave the whole 0.7 seconds off. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, it does mention that. Dirt. I didn't do the math in my head. But yeah, so if you can get that to precisely timed, then just speed. But otherwise, it's pretty straightforward. Just try to maintain the rhythm move. Hit them as soon as they hit the ground and trying to avoid those shots in the meantime. As long as you can hit them pretty quickly, you're not having to worry too much about the shots. So it's just not a lot of ways to get damaged in as long as you don't walk straight into them. Alright, next stage here, Beat the Heat. Always classic favorite stages from Super Mario Bros. 3. One with the sun. Gotta clear the course here quickly. It is very much an amusing example of the run-throughs. You don't want to waste quite as much time dancing around as he's doing, but you don't want to get hit either. No? Summertime boss, Sure doing your job today, Mr. Sun. Alright, start off with the run. Bounce across those 3, jump right over the Koopa Troopa, jump over both those prime plants, get to a full run, and then jump straight into the tornado. As long as you're jump straight into the tornado, you'll avoid going through it. You just bypass it altogether. Otherwise, if you don't jump into it, you'll get dragged up into it that next time. That's an important note too. You just keep that forward run going, jump right on top of that. Yeah, you avoid the sun altogether. If you can get that jump, yeah, if you were just slightly at the edge of that further, he jumped one block too early, or just slightly further forward. I think you can land right on top of that Koopa, head right into it, which would allow you to continue your forward momentum afterwards across this gap. And you bounce pretty much like he was doing there to finish off the rest of the stage. See if we can clean that up. Otherwise, you're just basically running straight forward with your head cut off. I jumped too soon. Too late. There we go. I was just run under him. Oh, I ran right into the... Didn't expect to get it full run there. It threw off my timing, so it wasn't ideal. That's what we wanted. Much nicer. And once you get at that full bore speed, you can just bound your way up the hills and not have to worry about them. But yeah, the sun is an illusion for the most part, as long as you're not stuttering a lot in the middle of the stage. This whole arcway centers around where you are, so it's like one spot right in the middle that if you're low enough you can get you, otherwise you just ignore them. Sun. Alright, continuing the cavalcade of Koopalings here. Morton on his current call. Again, the basic run through is the same as with all the other ones, but timing on his transformation is a little bit later comparatively to the first one. That's how it was. Biggest difference is the layout of the stage, because there's a slight rhythm difference to trying to land on him from the position he starts in and everything. Actually did a pretty decent land on that. That was less ideal. The actual landing itself wasn't bad because it was pretty close to, yeah, because he basically jumped through him, which it was still landed on him as soon as he landed. He just took a hit in the process. But again, it was right in that 10-second relative average threshold. So, like I said, it was the layout of the stage that made it trickier. Just once you had that extra space there, it's like, that's not where I wanted to fall. Ow! And you didn't want to fall there? Darn. That shell knocked back again. So all the Koopaling bosses are basically just going to be that and some slight variation depending on the stage layout and whatnot. Alright, for the next one though, Froggy Paddle. More unique power-ups in the Super Mario Bros. 3 list here. But of course, it's Frog Mario. You gotta blitz through here as fast as you can. He actually does a pretty decent job in the demo of running through as well. Some of them he does a lot of stuttering or takes a longer direction, but does a slight slowdown there. He decides to quit holding the run button, but swim button. Hey, which is the opposite of the run button, that it is. Yeah, first off, you want to jump into the water as quickly as possible. He does not walk worth anything, so you jumping as he was doing towards the end of the run through is the most important key part. Forward, always forward. Keep swimming. Don't stop swimming. You're a frog, this is your life. Yeah. The run button is the opposite button of the swim button, so you run with the B button when you're on land, but you swim faster with the A button when you're in water, so in that transition is like, run, and you're like, why is he not, there's no forward momentum. It's like, that's why. Oh, bad. The rest of it was pretty clean, starting with that first run jump off the hill, and then just under the blocks, up and over, continuing forward here, sidestepping the jellyfish, through the next pipe, straight up through those. It's almost a complete straight arc there. You don't have to do any kind of stuttering. It's just as long as you're moving forward and up, then you'll cut between them perfectly. Stages are designed pretty well with that thought process in mind. That's why I like a lot of the Mario games. But yeah, if you can clean up that part at the end, you'll be able to get a little bit faster, but I don't feel like doing a full run through the stage just to fix that one last part. Not a big deal. I don't want consideration then. Give you something to try to aspire to at that time. Alright, so next Koopa Kid. Good old Wendy to try to take a look at here. Yeah, that's like all the other ones. Bounce on her head. Bounce on her head. Bounce on her head. That's that. That's the one I made her shut the stage. Once again, right in that 10-second rough buffer. And see where the best place to. There was a slight stutter with this raccoon tail that it didn't do faster than take care of that. The rest of it's just. Under 10 seconds. Under. Keep it under. Alright, next stage here. Big race. We'll run through this one. One of the favorite worlds in the Super Mario Bros. 3, the Giant Land. Everything's big, but not everything. Almost everything. Some of the blocks aren't for some reason. Coins, those are all normal. Such whimsy. Yeah, it gives it again another one of those examples of where games like Mario Wonder get a lot of their inspiration from. Yeah, there's quick fireballs there to get the enemies out of the way, so it's less trouble. You can bounce off the heads of the Koopa Troopas. Yeah, there's not a lot you can do with this transition. Ideally, you want to hit the ground as quickly as possible. So mostly the big thing was getting that jump as soon as you landed. A little bit too long for momentum before you made the jump, so you could do that a little bit quicker. You just bound across the two of them. You don't need to do all three like they did in the demo. Then ideally not landing on the Koopa Troopa. So if you can, yeah. So when you're going through here, you want to stutter yourself slightly further to the left than he was, and then shoot some fireballs so that it's already landed and taken him out. You want to get the arc and we'll dead. Alright. Then jump. Get that jump just right to hit the block on the upswing, then that helps. Otherwise I'm doing that and that's not good. Got ahead of him on the spots I originally critiqued, so. But yeah, there's a couple of spots in there that if I could hit the run just right, especially with that waterfall, it'll improve time a little bit more still. Got 20 seconds, so at least that's something. a little bit along the way. Alright, next Koopa Kid. This is the fourth one on the list. Iggy! Beat the boss to get the magic wand, just like before. Bounce on his head, bounce on his head, and bounce on his head. He doesn't shoot any other projectiles like the rings and stuff that Wendy does, so not too complex. This one's already under 10 seconds, so I shouldn't do much to clean it up. She almost walked straight off there too. Yeah, the big part here is that the middle platform's up higher, so that allows you to lap the wand a little bit faster. Yeah, it's the same general rules as all the other ones. You land on his head as quickly as you can, and then try to bounce on him the right one, either on the downward curve or just as he lands. Sooner the better. Still think you can get that a little faster. I was trying to see if I can run off. Jump too soon. Getting that mid-air jump, since there's a large arc from that higher platform to the lower one, he's actually able for a lot longer time, so sooner. Alright, next one, Quickstep. Clear course is Shumaru. This one's actually pretty tricky to get done too. It's a pretty long course, so I'm trying to get the rhythm of the shoe bouncing to make your way across efficiently can be quite tricky. Bounce, 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 bounce. Right off that spiny. Right off that spiny. Just these guys. Straight down the pipe, ideally. Sometimes miss. It's the same way as the doors. Try not to fall in that gap. That's a really tricky part too, is trying to get up that. There's no real way for you to bounce up that hill at the same time that the piranha plant's in the way. If you do it just right, you can sometimes land on the pipe and then bounce over it. But there's a very narrow lip there to land onto. Not get tripped up by it. Yeah, the biggest hiccups were that transition into the pipe, and then the other one was the falling into the gaps there. Can't lose a shoe. Over across both of them, and I missed the pipe just like I did. But yeah, if you can land right on top of that precisely, but in my attempt, I didn't really get that much further ahead of them. The single hardest part is that jump right there. But yeah, if you can improve that spot with the piranha plant transition, I couldn't quite get on top of the pipe precisely enough to jump over there afterwards. It is hard, yeah. So it's just that slight bit that you can do to try and improve the run. Alright, moving along here. Rotary Rush. I clear the course. Jump, jump. This is one of my least favorite trying to do when I was younger, there's like a whole lot of them in the sky stage, honestly, that I typically would just skip with a Q-wing. But for the most part, it's actually pretty straightforward. Just don't fear the holes in the floor is all. Get that bounce a little bit cleaner there, but for the most part, aside from a couple hundred seconds, that's the basic run through of the stage. Not that tricky. Hey! Interesting to say, improved our PBs, yeah. We've been doing quite a few different PB improvements. You see, watching the videos and going like, there's a stutter in that jump, and think, oops, probably should have. Yeah, this is all pretty clean. Jump, 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 jump. Right there is about the only spot. If you manage to land that, yeah, it's stabilize that so you're landing a little bit better, immediately jumping afterwards instead of doing the momentum shift, then back to running, and then immediate. You could possibly jump all the way, but even just jumping closer to the left side of here and then immediately bouncing instead of once again trying to slow your momentum so that you run straight into there, and that's really the biggest part of improvement. Everything else, like I said, is just running forward. Shot it. Did not overshoot that one. Ran too fast. Ideally, you... So yeah, there's some benefit to trying to get up to full speed because you do indeed move faster, but the minus is that you lose any sense of control of Mario at that point. Yeah, not so easy, is it? You all had a good laugh at me. I just quit moving forward altogether and let my momentum carry me across the jump. There you go. So there you go. Ironed out that little wrinkle there. Alright, moving on to the next one. Current call for Roy. The second half of the group of kids here is kind of the midpoint. But once again, like the other, it's pretty much the same run through, but with a slight twist. The fact that Roy actually shakes the ground when he's down, which will actually freeze you in place if you're standing well, and bounces twice, which kind of adds a, yeah. Doesn't have the high arc that the others have, so that's a low arc double bounce instead. Still does the same thing that that second part. Yeah, that part's still the same, but I mean, it was already under 10 seconds, so I figured that's gonna be fun. That's exactly what you want to do. You want to not be on the ground when he lands off that first bounce, and then immediately, basically you're jumping off the ground as soon as he lands, so that when he comes back up from that bounce, you're hitting him right back on the head. Jump, land. It's that easy. May not be easy, but like I said, it's the same general rule of thumb as with all the other plays. You just need to keep with the timing, which is always pretty consistent, so easy peasy. Alright, continuing along here on our master list. Hammer it out. This one was actually kind of an interesting stage, but very tricky as well. Between trying to jump on all the ice and trying to make sure you time the... You don't have to kill everything, Mario! You're gone, demons! trying to get yourself caught up too much on the skid on the ice and everything else here. And you just one-shot him with the hammer, which is actually kind of neat. But yeah, to start off with, you get that forward momentum hammer toss at the start, then it allows you to avoid any frustrations you may get from that first swamp. And you just cut straight through the bottom there. Got that one, so you're not worried about it. If you get it right at the timing here, you can actually just throw one of the hammers somewhere along in this distance and be able to land it on top of them so that you're able to drop straight down. You have to stutter slightly with a jump to keep from landing on top of them. That works out just fine too. Yeah, you want to not miss the door too, but that's always a given. The idea the sooner you can hit him too, the better off. Definitely not easy to get the timing on some of this stuff though. One time I get it right. And came down there so much faster than I did. But the big part was the door and him, but there was some starts where I clearly fell behind him and some of the other jumps. They can get sirened out a little bit better too, so get that all together, get under 26 seconds, maybe 5. Best I could for right now. Alright, last 2 of the Koopa kids here. Next one, Lemmy. Actually one of the trickier ones. He doesn't bump around, so getting the whole normal bounce timing is a little bit more difficult without that additional visual cue. The synchronicity of it is still the same, so it's like do. But plus he tosses all these balls out even after he got hit, unlike a lot of the other enemies, which I only toss stuff while he's sitting up. So he's definitely one of the harder ones. Yeah. The luxury of having a Tanooki suit, it allows you to just kind of keep yourself hovered above them so you're not having to. Right, if I don't hit the ball twice, you should be able to hit him a little bit faster there. Oh, that was weird. I was hoping to keep it there so that I would just bounce off when he got back up. Can't bounce off of him enough to do a float jump afterwards, so I was just a low landing. Oh, that one I caught. There you go. Under 10 seconds. Under. Alright. Perilous Plants. Now get that treasure chest at the end of the run. Actually did that really nice. The demo there is like slap. Oh, that part's not as nice. You could probably add a lot better form momentum there. Then blam, the treasure. I did in the demo, so if you're gonna do the same thing, get with that one. And like I said, you can just bounce straight across there. He did it a lot slower. It's not much more to it than that. One thing is just doing that run jump up to the first prong plant, make sure to hit it with your tail. And between here, doing the same thing with that one, and then bouncing off of that music block to take you to the pipe. Right, and there's certain parts, yeah, but for the most part, that gives you the rundown of. You need to run through that there. As always, if you swing your tail in midair, you're always going to slow down more than just simply moving forward, but ultimately it slows more the downward movement than the forward movement, so it becomes kind of a timing thing. Alright, the last of the Koopa kids, Ludwig. Follows the same rule of thumb as Roy did with his short jumping. It's not a different stage permutation. Same rules as all the other ones. This one's already under 10 seconds, so shouldn't require much for a redux. I think that's exactly where you want it to be. That's perfect, right on the apex of this jump as soon as you transition, so get much better than that. Right, and you're at the high spot and they go like, just slightly sooner. Yeah, you could improve it doing that exactly, but I figure the rest of it was so nicely done with getting right on the apex of his jump that too much about the rest of it. I was actually surprised that one landed. Yeah, if he was standing on the high spot and then jumped towards the middle, he'd be able to grab the wants a few more frames earlier, so still improve that if you're board. Alright, so that brings us to the end of the Super Mario Bros. 3 list here. Finally, World 1 Wizard. One of the longer legendary ones, because they actually have to complete all of World 1, not just a single stage run through. So definitely not one I'm probably going to try to read here, but we'll take a look at their PV just to do some commentary on that. 5 minutes, yeah, it's not short. Alright, clear grassland in 6 easy steps. Take the short way around. This map shows the shortest route through World 1. You want to skip levels 1, 3, and 1, 4, and then you rush through the rest. Obviously, they circle there, so you don't need to do anything and get through. Should to dash with the forward and B to fill your power meter. Once splashing, you'll jump higher. Or no? Yeah, dash through 1, 1, and 1, 2. 2 courses, fill the power meter max, jump away. Match the images here, you can bounce off the image for some serious error. Bwah! Bwah! And he does this whole bwee thing. To kind of lands not quite on their heads and sails off instead. Show Boom Boom no mercy. Jump on Boom Boom before he even has a chance to move. Once he's up, move again. A lot of this stuff again you did on the earlier runs, because you already did a full run through 1, 1 and 1, 2, and then you've hit the Boom Boom Boston, the Fortress, so just a matter of putting it all together. Sliding is faster than running. You'll take out enemies to slide into, so press down on the slope to slide, enjoy your ride, or stage 3. Stage 5 in this case. Stage 6, take your time and hurry up in 1, 6. Skills can pay the bills. Try this during route. That's typically the right. If you can get it enough of a run through on those first platforms, you just fly across the corner to do the rest of it. It may be faster to not fly, but if you have the P momentum, it's not really slow, so you should be alright flying just as well. It's hard to get that momentum up in that small space, but it's doable. And take out the hammer from below, because he will be in your way like you're not. Kind of do exactly again. Did that as part of our speed runs earlier, so. And mismatch game. Get a card at the end of certain courses. 3 of a kind triggers fireworks display, which, while nice, wait up times. Try to avoid a match. That's kind of important. Normally, if you speed run it right at the exit, you almost guarantee getting a star, but you want to stagger at least one of your finishes to keep from getting that. There's those fireworks, since we won't be seeing any. And then you get to the final airship stage. Who's flying this airship anyway? Airship course scrolls continuously gets faster over time. Careful around the cannons and bullet bills. Stick to the right side as much as you can. Once you see a pipe go down, there's not much you can do for speed running it, because like I said, it's a scrolling screen, so you're stuck with it. But down that pipe as quick as you can. Leave that boss if you already did the speed run, and good to go. On the other side of the pipe, once you jump on him, he'll jump back at you, so be ready to dodge. Once you win, have one, you're into the king, that's it. It's one of those things that if you've been having troubles getting up through to a lot of the final legend stages, the classified information can help give you some tips as far as to go back and clean up any like the A and B times that you have. You're like, oh, so that's how I want to. Floss runs are hard. That they are. Yeah, just like with the first one, run through as quickly as you can. this case, he actually decided to grab power. Reason being, we got a long stage to do. Right, it's an investment in the future. So whereas before, we just ran through and shrunk and continued on our way. It's not as fast as the other time as a side effect. Yeah! But now you have a raccoon tail going into stage 2, so means you can do things like flutter jump across there so you're not having to land on that particular spot. Makes it a little bit easier to do some of those sections. Not on purpose, though. But yeah, like I said, in principle you can do the hard way as well, but like having the investment, then you can help to make some of those more precise jumps easier because you're not worrying about. There's actually a warp pipe up there. If you were normally endeavoring to play this stage the traditional way, you would just make your way up there and finish it off quick without having to deal with the boom boom, but they want you fighting the boom boom, so you have to go the slightly longer way. I don't make the rules. That's it. Pretty straightforward. Seen that boom boom battle already? Thank you! Actually, music block under there that you can monkey with. That could be improved. That was just more of an influence of the stage layout. Is that down here? Yeah. This one wasn't one of the ones I had a chance to practice exactly. You practiced the other ones. Not getting up to a full P run, so make sure you didn't grab the star in case you're wondering what that was about. Didn't want to go too fast. But yeah, that little gap there could definitely be improved on a later speed run. Again, making sure you're on that opposite side of it when the block pops up so you can run straight into it. Why not be invincible? But yeah, the benefit would be that if you're able to come in here with the raccoon tail still intact, then you wouldn't have to spend that extra time grabbing that. But yeah, you can get up to a full run right across these blocks here since you don't have to jump that gap. Then you can avoid the hole. Be a pro with jump thing and raccoon tail your way down. Like I said, it may be just slightly faster to not do that. Right, particularly once the P wears off, because then you're just slowly falling the rest of the way, but so I just wasn't that worried about it. For times like this, the S ranks aren't that tight, so it's really more about maintaining consistent form. You know, it's like, stop reading, I don't... So it does, part of the replay is it shows the button that you were pressing in the run, so it just kind of doesn't know what to do. Why is there no skip button in these games? Yeah, this is the slowest part, and there's not much you're gonna... Yeah, there's really nothing you're gonna do to speed it up. I can at least fast forward it, so you're gonna see it screws through here. Faster, blam, 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 watch out, all bullets, all that. That was weird, I have no idea why that happened. It's like, why does it turn black? Why did it disappear? Why is it bouncing? I have no idea, but it's neat anyway. There you go. And of course the boss fight here that you just have to take out as quickly as you can. Didn't quite grab it, missed it. Got it before it hit the ground. And of course the descent, because you still gotta play through all this to finish the actual run. Not until it's in his hands. There. But yeah. A few spots that one could iron out to improve the time, but that at least gives you a general idea of what you want to try to aim for to get an S rank anyway. So that at least takes us through there for the Super Mario Bros. Stages anyway, so good luck trying to get all those times done. Some more PBs.